We are back, and oh, I look forward to the moment being back. Of course, I love holiday, by the way. I really enjoyed my time in South Africa, but I cannot deny I love being back and making content, talking with you guys, keeping an eye on Discord, looking at the chat right now as well, seeing all those comments coming in after my previous two videos, the one of this morning and the one of last night. it makes me feel very happy. So thank you for commenting on the videos, you know, wishing me like welcome back and all the good stuff that I've read. It definitely brings a smile to my face. Yeah, I really value community, like a community feeling, and of course in Discord, trying to build a community and make it a good place where people feel home and enjoy themselves. And it's nice to, like, you know, when I'm out, people understand and they respect it. And when I'm back, they're looking forward to, you know, the old good shit that we're gonna get back on the road now. So bring that show on the road. Now, I look very nice. Or I don't know what's nice for you, but for me, I look nice, and meaning I got a shirt on and stuff because I just came back from my speaking gig. And let me put everything a little bit higher here. Yeah, standing table. There we go. So the mic is actually in front of my mouth. Because I literally just came back from hosting a day in The Hague, which was this symposium. And I was the host there together with someone else that I know very well. And these were like the host like cards, you know, that you use when speaking, right? So yeah, that's why, ta-da, there you go. You see me in a nice outfit. Don't worry, I don't have underwear, or I do have underwear on, but I'm not like, I still have pants below the camera, right? So it's not just a shirt, if you know what I mean. Like you sometimes get the stories, especially during lockdown, nice on the like upper front, and then below you're still walking in pajamas. Anyway, all the rubbish talk immediately out of the way. Guys, how you doing? How are you doing? In this stream, I will talk about three things. One, the current price action. Two, the plans going forward with YouTube, which is exciting, and got some cool stuff to tell you guys. And three, holiday stuff, right? What have I done? Some pictures, some videos, especially videos as well, that I will share with you. And actually just now I was checking if those videos work, and they do. So that's actually very nice on YouTube. Okay, so there we go. Then I can share this later. So move this to my main screen here. Move the microphone a little. Everything set up nicely. Everything working. Okay, move the phone. Move the mouse. Set everything up for a cool little live stream. We're going to be online for about an hour, and then I have to go to, or not have to, but I will go to the gym. I actually missed the gym as well, and I will go with my fiance. So yeah, let's at least put the price action in front of the screen, and I'll quickly go through your messages as well, right? Welcome, guys. It's great to see you guys back in the chat again, but this time from the Netherlands and not the other side of the world. I mean, it depends where you live. If you are South African, and you know, then now I am on the other side of the world. For the South Africans, by the way, yups, I got some stuff with me, you bet, and it's not the only thing. This is, well, it's not biltong, it's wurst, right? You call it boerwurst. Man, good stuff. So I'll be chewing some of that during the stream as well. Anyway, back to this screen here. So what's up? How you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed, by the way. Abdul Rahman Madni, good to see you as well. Thanks for being here. Soahib El Azizi, hi from Berlin. Guten Tag. Guten evening. Actually, don't know evening. Guten, well, you know. Edward Park, what's up? How you doing? Johnny, he lives. He lives indeed. Good to see you here in the stream as well again, man. Davey, J Moab, what's up? Mod Alessi, dance, bro. I'm not a great, like, I like dancing. So whenever I go out to a festival and stuff, you'll see me moving around. Absolutely. I'm not the guy standing in the back, you know, I'm the one on the dance floor with my fiance. But it's not that I have great moves, if you know what I mean. I'm not a professional dancer or something. I just, you know, follow the beat a little and enjoy. We had a great party in South Africa because we attended a wedding. Oh boy, that was a great night. The customary large vodka bottle, just you know, just to make sure that people don't think it's alcohol. I mean, you could, of course, still think it is vodka, not gonna lie, but I just opened this bottle before the stream. Wait, look, I'm not Russian, so let me just prove. I hope that proves it is water and not vodka, because honestly, guys, if this was vodka, there's no way that Koenz will be able to do that. Yeah, there's no way. It is water with bubbles, though. Sparkling water. Need to have some water. RVV, Raymond, what's up? And my view, by the way. Hi, Dr. Koen, thanks. Miss the view, Dr. Koen, that sounds nice. My view, welcome and good to see you. Raymond, hope you had a great holiday. Back to business. Absolutely. Man, I like being back to business, honestly. Like, holiday is nice, but I miss it. I miss doing videos, streams. I miss speaking. I love what I'm doing, and actually being on holiday takes me away as well from what I love doing. Now, holiday is important. It's good to de-stress and think about things and all that stuff. But and of course, spend time with family, friends, my fiance. But nonetheless, I also love what I do, so that helps. Modalassi, we miss you. Well, I'm back. You don't have to miss me, at least not for the upcoming months. CQ, what's up? What team? Shauna Peterson. Twice a message that got retraced, so either it is spam or maybe like a link and stuff that doesn't work. Daywald, I just sent you an email, mate, by the way, so just for your information, but thanks, man. Good to see you in the stream as well, and nice to see that badge behind your name. Welcome. Thanks for becoming a member, man. Also, of course, thanks for all the members that stayed with me while I was on holiday because there were less updates, So, but we get back to the same stuff. Nick K, Johnny, Robot Camera, Chat GPT, exactly. Did you hunt the lion barehanded? Yeah, for sure. Lions, leopards, giraffes, all barehanded. The whole safari, the whole big five. I mean, I do gymming, but I don't think I can hurt a lion, I suppose. Risco Schnellbach sounds German as well. Guten Tag. I am back indeed. Chad Willem, haiku. Now we are back in business. Hope you enjoy South Africa and grab the lion by the balls. Eat biltong. Yep. We got biltong, mate. Let me tell you. We can get serious. Absolutely. Thanks, Chad Swip. Guten Abend, of course. I cannot forget. Hi from Sri Lanka. Damika, welcome. It's time. Legend. You're the legend. You're here. Everyone's here. You hide your vodka in a water bottle. Good camouflage. MacBurger, Dog Sport, what's up? How you doing? Silver badge behind your name. Beautiful. Ben TV as well. Thanks, guys. And welcome here as well. Silver means like a couple of months. So thanks for staying with me. And Lionel, what's up? Good to see you. Flotti as well. Perse as well. Oh boy, we better start. Ersin Yilmaz. Okay. I went through the list, guys. Everyone joining, welcome. Everyone after joining after this introduction, welcome. Let's get our stream on the road, shall we? So I'm going to move this to my other screen. Every time I will engage with chat, like for a longer period of time, I'll just move the chat in the window and we'll do some chatting. So again, very shortly, we'll be online for about an hour, let's say. And we'll discuss three things. First of all, the chart and also the video this morning, because actually what happened after this section is very interesting. And that's what I want to talk about. So we go, of course, we go over Elliott Waves and the current price section and, the thoughts. And I also like to share a chart from KG, which I think is actually quite a nice one. So I'll definitely want to share that one. We will go over YouTube plans and we go over holiday stuff. And holiday stuff, I got pictures and stuff prepared. So that is how it is gonna work. And actually, let me put this in my other screen over here for now. There we go. So let's start with Elliott Waves, as that is likely for most people the reason they're here in the live stream. So let's zoom out. No, wait, we're not going to zoom out. We're going to talk about what I spoke about in this video this morning. Now, first of all, we're currently ranging around this daily, right? Interesting support resistance area. There's not too much other confluences. If you do take a volume profile range over here, you will see that this volume profile range can be quite interesting. Like we had a bit of support over here at the value area high. Then we had the point of control. It was touched, but eventually it lost the point of control, moved to the value area low. Okay, but daily over here, I didn't have necessarily too much support to really make it a target box, but I do have it on my chart because it's always, it's not a level you can just disregard. However, what I think is interesting is what happened today. So in the morning video, I was also talking about, well, locally probabilities higher for upside, but we went to the downside. That can happen, right? I mean, on the higher time frames, we are looking for downside. That's the higher probability scenario. We are at resistance. I also mentioned it's not a great time for longs. Depends on your strategy, right? But from an Elliott Wave perspective, this over here was interesting for longs, no? And then over here, you basically break market structure, retest off, that's interesting. But now over here, we had a resistance area. If you can remember, this was the plan shared early September, right? We are now here, 27.2K. Now I removed this blue target box as we hit it, so it's not interesting anymore. So it was over here, and I removed that one. So we are at resistance. Clearly, price moving down, had some bearish CVD divergences at the highs, which is always interesting when we think about potential moves towards the downside from an Elliott Wave point of view. So it's some additional confluence. So of course, downside is definitely interesting. Absolutely. Now we do have the weekend coming up, tends to be rangy. So let's see if tomorrow is going to be a volatile day before we then get a range. We wait and see, of course, patiently. But if we zoom in, the reason I this morning was we might see some more upside to, let's say, 27.7, 27.9 before actually making new lows. And with new lows, I mean making new lows, 24K lows, right? So moving up first was because of this move down. So looking at this move down, yes, it's 5-minute stuff. I can count a 5-wave structure in here, like an impulse, and then a 3-wave correction, and then a W, X, and a Y, potentially like a zigzag in here. And then we have a new impulse to the downside. But this, for me, looks very much like a 3-wave structure, right? So I was like, well, it's 5-minute stuff. I don't really like the lowest time frames per se, but it's okay, I can see 1, 2, 3. I was looking for then a 4 and a 5. Before then, a retracement. Seeing a retracement immediately to the upside, going above the 0.5 fib, I was like, well, where's the impulse in a more bearish scenario? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was the preferred scenario, then a retracement, and then potentially continuation. Instead, exceptions are always there. It looked more like a 3-wave sort of pattern, and price retraced almost all the way back to the upside. And I was like, well, that means probabilities increase that price will at least take the highs once more before taking the lows at 24K once more, because that is the overall plan. It's not that the plan necessarily changed yet, and those thoughts, but it's definitely price, instead of seeing something like this and a move to the upside, price is moving to the downside. And you can also see that the way it does is sharper, right? It goes down and down and down. It goes down more steep. Volume, it picks up at the lows over here, but honestly, it is not great to count all of this yet. It looks very overlapping as well. Someone in Discord shared a scenario with me, which was, let me remember, I think something like this. And then I think the scenario was something like this, like a 5, looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. But in a more diagonal scenario, right? You want wave 2 and 4 to be zigzags, and then 1, 3, 5 in a leading diagonal can be a zigzag or an impulse. No? So this over here, I can count an impulse in this structure down. However, this move and then this move falls a little bit out of the boat, let's say, because on the 5-minute chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a little diagonal in a 5 over here. That's nice. Then the end of that move would be this low. And then you have this structure and this structure. But this bit is quite long in time compared to this. So it doesn't really make me feel confident that it's part of the same move. So that's why I was like, well, this can be an impulse. Then we have a 3-wave correction, but a flat is not allowed in a wave 2 for a diagonal. So of course, when counting a diagonal, you want this to be the low, but then this has to be a zigzag over here. So we need a 5, 3, 5 move. Okay, maybe. Then you have a 3, 4 zigzag, and then you want to see a 5, but then again in a 5, if it's impulse correction, impulse, you want to see a 5-wave move. And I still struggle to see a 5-wave move over here, which still, to this day, to this time, I suppose, gives me the feeling that the probabilities are higher. We're at least going to take the highs once more before making new lows. We'll see if that happens on the local time frame, right? We'll observe the reactions over here as well. Currently on top of the daily here, of course, quite a strong move down. But it's, you know, that's just based on of course, experience, what I see locally. And we'll see what happens. New information will give us new probabilities, right? And we'll take it from there. So, of course, now that I give more updates again, also tomorrow we'll have a 3 update day. So in the morning, 7 a.m., 1 p.m., 7 p.m. We'll see how price is moving. But at the moment, it is moving down. Volume over here increasing. And if we quickly look at the divergences, CVD divergences, if you want to know more, make sure to check. Well, I don't have an end screen. I mean, check the homepage video. And if you go to my videos and look for beginner or CVD, you'll find a educational video with a lot more stuff on how to trade it and what it is, as well as on Discord, we have a one-pager and everything. So for the ones don't yet using CVD, you can check this out as well. This is Discord. One-pager is here. You can just download it. And then the video is linked here. Click here. So it's, you know, all public. You can just download it. So what do we see? Now, I haven't looked at this in preparation of this stream because I just came home from the event where I was a host, right? So this is the first time I'm checking the chart. Now, before actually zooming in, first of all, I want to bring you to this price action. What do we see? On the yellow line, we see lower highs in price, but we see over here higher highs on yellow. Bearish CVD divergences at the highs. That's what you want to see, right? We have that idea. 27.2k, important resistance, potential move to the downside, potentially to new lows as well, right? I mean, in general, the higher probability for sure is to take the double bottom at, or the double bottom now changed to 24k, 24,750. But the bigger time frame idea is to still see more downside. The question is, are we already going there, or are we first going to continue ranging for a longer period of time? So CVD can definitely give at least some hints of what price wants to do. Bearish CVD over here, played out, price moving down, very nice indeed. Now, looking the other way, we eventually want to see some bullish CVD divergences. And at the moment, we do not see bullish CVD divergences, right? So very locally here, price moving to the upside, CVD is moving to the upside as well. So that's not like very interesting. One could argue it is 5-minute stuff, but lower high on price, higher high on the blue CVD, which is a bearish CVD divergence here more locally, might hint towards more downside. Now, an interesting, if price does find more downside, by the way, an interesting area of support is this area here between 25.7, 25.9. That's something to look for, and then we observe the reaction here. Now, zooming out, so that's like the local stuff, right? Zooming out and quickly removing the stuff from my chart over here, going to the medium time frame. Well, I actually want to show the scenario. I think this scenario of KG is actually quite interesting. So over here, let me open this, open in browser. There we go. So look, guys, if you're not in Discord, I mean, feel free to join, you know, if you want to, but there's great counters in Discord. KG is one of them. And this is a chart he shared just now, just before the stream, actually, what, like 1809. So that's like an hour ago. And I thought, yeah, you know, this is an interesting scenario that I, you know, want to show you. So over here, he is looking for a WXY triangle. Now, in the morning video, I spoke about a potential WXY scenario, but not in detail. I just, like, guys, you have no idea. Just came home from my South Africa trip yesterday morning. Landed at 11, home 12:30, shower, lunch, immediately go to the event to give a workshop, be there till late in the evening, upload a video for you guys, at least an update at like 8:30 or something it was PM. This morning I woke up at 5:30, so 5:30 in the morning, to prepare, get ready for the event, quickly make an update. Literally, guys, I was finishing the update in the train while I was traveling, put it online, do the whole event. Now I'm back. So I didn't really have a lot of time to look at the chart in a lot of detail. And of course, I was on holiday before. But I think KG has a very interesting scenario on his hand, which is a triangle scenario, as you can see, A, B, C, D, E. Now, all of the waves in a triangle, okay, couple of rules, right? All the waves have to be zigzags, except for wave C or D or E. Now, if C and D most commonly are not a zigzag structure. It's family of the zigzag most commonly. So a double or triple zigzag can also be like other structures, but that's most common. A wave CDE can also be a triangle itself. Usually that happens in an E if you get a double triangle. So you get an A, B, C, D, and then E by itself becomes a triangle. Very difficult to recognize, and it extends the time of like the range. That's the thing, right? Like a triangle in a triangle is really a time extender because a zigzag is much shorter. But I think this is starting to become a very interesting scenario indeed. So thanks KG for sharing this in the group, where I like this wave W, and I'll explain in a bit why. Then you have a, and eventually another ABC over here. So we have purple A, zigzag, ABC, and then ABC in C, which then is finished. And then we're looking for a DE. Now, most commonly, zigzag structures are retracing each other around like the 786 golden pocket area. And of course, this wave B over here went below the origin of wave A. But that's not a problem, because in that particular scenario, we are then talking about a running triangle. So you then have over here wave A, and then wave B goes below the origin of wave A. Not a problem, it's a running triangle, and then you have a CDE. However, for this then to be a wave CDE, you do not want to see this high being broken or this high before all the waves are finished. So the moment price now would move to the upside and breaks this high, a triangle is invalidated. If price moves to the downside and continues to this low, a triangle is invalidated. Besides seeing three waves everywhere, you also preferably want to see the volume decreasing for each wave structure. Now let me quickly put on the chart what KG had here as well. So he has done A, B, C, then looking for D, then looking for E, right? Like a zigzag over here, zigzag, like, well, just do it like that. And then eventually more downside. And then we have this, right? So this is then what we're looking for. You want to see volume decreasing. Now at the moment, that looks like pretty decent. Over here, in this wave A, we had the highest volume spikes, and since then volume has been on average decreasing. That's what we want to see, but we have to wait how price eventually develops, right? So this is still early stage. I like to look at triangles the moment like D is in, because that's when I start to get more confidence in triangles. But I think it's an interesting scenario he's sharing, and definitely one that I will likely cover in future videos as well. So thanks KG for sharing this one. Oh, actually, here it is. So yeah, wave D, most common target for wave D is then take a fib from the low of B to the high of C as it stands now. And then the most common target for a wave D in a triangle is between the golden pocket and the 786. Now, if we open my target boxes, you can see that golden pocket has additional confluence with my blue target box over here, which is incredibly interesting between 25.7 and 25.9. So that's why I mentioned earlier in the stream, if price falls down, this is a very interesting target. We got to observe the reaction. We are reactive traders. We don't FOMO, YOLO, or catch knives. We're sensible. We have a plan. We have a strategy. We wait for our entry requirements, and then we enter. Right? That's at least that's how I recommend trading. Trading without a plan is usually not a great idea. All right. So anyway, everyone of course has their own plan, right? And everyone should respect other people's plans and other people's trading behavior and risk management. So yeah, interesting scenario. Now zooming out. And by the way, after this analysis bit, we'll do some chatting, then YouTube plans, and then we go back to chatting and holiday, right? Just so you know. So this is what I shared in the morning video, WXY or the ABC. Now, what I like about the WXY scenario, meaning that this is the low and not this or this one, because for a wave A, you want the low to be here or here. Now, preferably based on this structure, you want to see this being the low. But the reason I like this being a wave W, and for me gives a higher probability compared to the ABC, is first of all, this structure here doesn't look like a nice wave 5. If we think about a 1, 2, 3, 4, wave 4 is still okay. This is wave 5, but this low did not go below this wick low, and I don't like it. And it's also, it just like swing failure pattern this low as well. So for a wave 5, I mean, it's not great, let's say. Also, this move, actually, do I still have that count or not? No, okay. Also, these highs, let me actually put it on the chart. I don't want to, like, I need to put more detail because I got everything in my head. But let me, you know, for the people that maybe are new here, for example, and haven't seen previous videos, let me quickly put this on the chart. So we then have over here wave A, a B, and we have a wave C, right? Pop, and, you know, either or, somewhere over here wave W ended. What I like about an ABC zigzag here, now, of course, already throughout the videos that we made here, this is the low of A. By far highest probability that this is the low of A and not this. This is a very nice flat ABC in a W, X, and then Y over here was a beautiful zigzag, right? With the videos, that was a great scenario, great high probability setup here with bearish CVD divergences right into the bearish target box we had. Beautiful. Another thing from an Elliott Wave point of view though, what's nice is that this wave be retraced to the 382. And the 382 is a common target for a wave B and a more rare target, that's the wrong one, and a more rare target for a wave 2. So the fact that wave B over here retraced to the 382, or at least the fact that price, I should say, retraced to the 382 can give higher probabilities to this being the high of a wave B and not a wave 2. So then you have an A, B, explosive C to the downside, right? And this wave C hit the 1.618 trend-based fib extension taken from the high to the low of A to the high of B, right? And if I then toggle on the zigzag targets, then the 1.618 has been hit. I think, you know, based on how often the 1.618 is hit over the past months, I think I'm going to change it to, like, you know, a common target by now. But the 1.618 hit very nicely. Look at the respect as well on top of the 1.618. And then eventually we had, of course, like the price action where we are right now, right? So yeah, I like this being a wave W. And after a wave W, we are then, of course, thinking about a wave X, where a triangle can happen in a wave X. It can be a wave 4, can be an X, B, Y, Z. So it's definitely an interesting scenario where this is then a first structure and this is a second structure in an A, B, C, D, E. That's going to be something you're then looking for, but we need to be patient. It's, you know, still a bit early for a triangle per se. I like D to be in and then a move up, and then, you know, things start to get even more likely. So there you go. One thing I should say this differently. One thing that is a very high probability is price to take the double bottom that we have over here. First of all, it's already high probability we took this low. I've been saying it for a while now. Bybit took this low. Many other charts haven't. High probability other charts will. But now that price over here created a double bottom, you know, that's a big magnet for price. So from an Elliott Wave point of view, as well as, like, you know, other technical analysis, the probabilities are just very high to see at least another low. But the question, of course, is if you want to trade it, right? When do you go short, right? That depends, of course, on your strategy. There's no financial advice anywhere on this channel, as well as probably on other channels on YouTube. This is the, for me, more alternative scenario at the moment, where 4 is in and then you have a 5, or we're still working on 4 and then 5. It's just based on this piece of price action that, for me, lowers the probabilities, unless it's a W, X, Y. But this W, X, Y, you have to think something like this. So wave 4 is definitely not yet finished if we think about a wave 4. And another thing with wave 4 is, which lowers the probabilities of this scenario, is that the first move of a potential wave 4, meaning this structure here, already retraced to the 05, and even, of course, you see the wick above the 05, but it closed on the 05, which is a maximum target for a wave 4. And if the first structure in a wave 4 retraces to the 05 and the pattern continues, like, and it comes back again, it's low probabilities. If price goes back to the 05 again and goes above, it's much lower probabilities it's a wave 4. So preferably you're not going to see price going back to this 05. if you look for this scenario to be true. Of course, we still have the triangle scenario and a WXY as well, right? Where you don't want to see this low taken anyway. If price does take that low, though, then my main area of resistance is filling more of like the inefficiencies here and reach this area. That's the first area of resistance for me. If price can get above this resistance area, 27.7, 27.9, the next area of interest is 29.1, 29.4. Basically, like between this high and here, there's, for me, there's just not much going on. So yeah, it's very clear, right? Very clear areas of support, resistance, and we observe the reactions. So that's that. This is the ABC scenario. Do we want to talk about this? I spoke about this in the morning update, of course. ABC, this is the flat scenario, right? So in this, like that's the thing. In this particular scenario, this is your low of a wave 5. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have an ABC flat, and you could have a WXY and then a move down. So that's another medium time frame scenario. So you can see now that I'm looking at the chart and I have more time, there's other scenarios coming in where you then have A, B, C, right? Where inside this B, you then have W in a flat. You're going to be looking for an X and then eventually a Y and then a triangle or a zigzag in a sideways double combo. But that's way too early to call as well, but it is one of the scenarios. And again, I don't really like this as the end of the impulsive structure because this wick it's just below this one. And it didn't take this one. So can this be the low of a wave 5? Yes, because it took this low. And on other charts, you don't have this wick. On some other charts, you don't have this wick. So if this is the end of 3, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 5 is lower than 3. And that's a minimum requirement, right? So we have to keep that in mind for this then to be the end of an A, potentially seeing a B, and then a bigger C to the downside, where you get a bigger downward structure. And in the most bearish scenario, this is a 1, 2 and continuation down in a 3. But on the high time frame, and I'll show you in my Sunday 7 p.m. video, as that will be the macro high time frame video. From a high time frame perspective, the higher probability from an Elliott Wave point of view is still to see more upside, like higher than 31K, before potentially downside again below 15K. But that's the macro bearish scenario. But you know, in both the macro bearish and bullish, we'd first be looking for upside anyway. So yeah, this is currently what I am thinking. Everything laid on your platter in this stream over here. Let's see what happens locally. We see price pumping a bit. So interesting, of course. We are also at that daily level over here. Very nice. Let's see what's on the 2 hour, 3 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour. So, you know, on the 4 hour, no candle closes below, 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, let's see if what I mentioned at the beginning of this stream will actually play out. But probably we won't be online long enough to see how everything here is going to pan out. So, yeah, let me quickly look at what you have been writing. No? By the way, John, how you doing, man? How you doing? It's been a while. Okay. It's time. Habibi. Elliott Woo. Elliott, who's Elliott? Abel Newton, love it. Thanks, Abel. Also, welcome again, man. Jay, Elliott Waves on the 5-minute chart. Come on, man. I know, right? I mean, so John, like, John in Discord, he's the low time frame counter, 1 minute, 5 minute, you know, easy. That's his specialty. I usually do like 15 minutes is my lowest, and only like sometimes I'll go lower, but usually I stick on 15 minute at lowest and higher, of course. Lucas, welcome, good to see you around. Mark Dutch, there he is, legend himself. Welcome, Mark. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. And now that I'm back from holiday as well, by the way, I can get in touch with Andy as well. see what we can do. Abdul Karim Abunaji, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Aaron Morgan, hey Koenz, what's your view that this move up was a wave 1 and we're now in a wave 2 flat correction? Only problem I can see is that Ethereum had already come down pretty far. This being a wave 1. So if you want this to be a wave 1, right? I mean, I kind of like, I suppose, covered it in some way because of the probabilities on the medium time frame. But if this is a wave 1, then you want this to be the low of either a 3-wave or 5-wave structure. Now, this being the low of a 3-wave structure is difficult. Then you need a WXY like this. Y is then very, very short. Let's actually have a quick look from the high. So then it's also a double zigzag sharp move, and no, that's just very low probability. So then you'd probably be looking for this of being a 5-wave move and then a bigger correction to the downside, right? So this is your wave C finished, and this is the beginning of a move to the upside. Right, we have a double bottom over here. It's not Elliott Wave related, I know, but it's just something we have to keep in mind. Again, the main thing for me is that if this is your wave 5 and this is your low, what is this in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can count 5 waves down here. So what is this? Right, that's my main thing. We can count this as a 3-wave structure, yes, but it can't be a wave 5 if it's a 3-waver, right? So the fact that we got this piece of price action over here, making a new low, increases the probabilities that this low is also known as a fake low, or, you know, fake high if it's a wave B high or low, where this is part of a flat, where also locally you have a 3-wave structure. So you then have a 3, you have a 3, and you'd be looking for a 5-wave move to finish a flat, right? Or, and that's the KG scenario, this is a 3 in an ABC, and this is another ABC. But then still, this section, or actually I should say this section, is part of a corrective structure. It's just currently lower probabilities. This is a wave 1 for much higher price action to come. Also, if this is the low, and this is a wave 1, and we are retracing for a wave 2, I really want to see, or by far preferably and most commonly want to see bullish CVD divergences with that low. But yeah, just from an Elliott Wave perspective, it doesn't look great for this to be a wave 1. It doesn't look that great. Queenie Cores. By the way, I don't really keep an eye on ETH. To be honest, we can have a look at that later if I have time, though. Good question. Thanks, Aaron. Queenie Course, back from holidays. Yeah, you were in the Maldives chilling, and you know, but now you're like, when you got back, I went on holiday. But hey, now we're both back, so we can get back to what we do best, right? Trading, having fun. Good to see you around, man. Thanks for joining. Dad Hartman. Emotes. Dutch crypto trading. Welcome, by the way. I like to rule pumps like that one out, like a glitch in the matrix. The grayscale one, not counting it. News pumps, for example. Actually, do we have... So we don't have any remaining news, really, this week. Let's have a look next week, though. Thursday, red flag, and on Friday, a red flag. Red flag is high volatility. Or potentially, sorry, it's a news event that can create volatility, as it is a high impact news event. So yeah, that could be interesting. Could be interesting, but yeah, I don't really follow like grayscale stuff. I don't, honestly. I'm like 110% technical. I don't follow any news whatsoever. No idea. However, I do follow news in the sense that it can create volatility, which is interesting as a trader. But I don't know what the news is, right? I've never heard Powell speak. I don't even know his face. I just know his name because he's in this stuff all the time. Yeah. So, however, fundamental analysis and technical combination of both, or either or, can be very profitable. There is no strategy. There's no like only one way of trading, right? Read the books Market Wizards. I recommend this stuff. Read this book, Market Wizards. And you will see it really doesn't matter. You just need a solid understanding of what, like, your plan, trade your plan, make profit, whatever your strategy is. Open a chart, Binance, BTC, USD. Why? I always use the Coinbase chart because that's my chart. Fits best with my strategy. Daniel, there he is. Mr. Bacon, what's up? How you doing? Mate, Daniel, by the way, I ate so much bacon in South Africa. Like these Africans, man, they're like, they love their meat. Actually, look, I got some boerwoes here as well. So from South Africa. So every time I ate bacon, I had to think about you because, by the way, for YouTube here, Daniel is one of the first guys on the channel, one of the first subscribers, one of the first people in Discord, but his name used to be different. He's now called Daniel, but it used to be Bacon. And yeah, I just had to think about you all the time I ate bacon. Persio, Koenz, look at the crypto total cap that I sent to Discord. I'll have a look in a second. Contrarian, welcome. Good to see you around. SPX. Oh, I saw you guys counting SPX in Discord. And you stop notch. Absolutely. Can you give me some feedback? Yeah, you have 5 waves in the W. Must be ABC. TXM. There he is. Welcome, man. Good to see you around. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me have a quick look. Persio. Did you tag me somewhere? Or is it in silver? Where did you put it? Ah. That's Daywalt. Welcome, Daywalt. Oh, here. Didn't you cover this possibility for the 4th wave WXY? Wait, what are we looking for? Linus. I mean, I did look at WXYs, but only not in detail because I didn't have time. So what are we looking for here? Oh, this being an ABC and then a WXY. Yeah, so so the thing is, in this being a WXY, right? So we have this here are the lows, and they have a 3-wave W, 3-wave X, 3-wave Y in an ABC. If this is a WXY, so I'm not sure if you mean this, but I'll just talk about it, right? Just in case. If this is the WXY you look for, then W over here looks to be a zigzag in a 535. X can be any correction, most commonly a zigzag, by the way, based on statistics. And then Y is another zigzag in your ABC. But in a sideways double combo wave, W and Y, I want to say cannot be the same structure, but I should actually form it differently. Very, very, very low probability, and officially the rule state you can't, but you know, there's always that 0.001% chance. You don't really see the same pattern in W and Y in a sideways double combo. And the structure is a sideways structure, right? A sideways double combo structure. We're in a ranging environment. You can only, again, I state the rules here, just, I refer back to the book and the official rules. If we think about a double zigzag WXY and then a 5-wave down, correction, and then a 5-wave down, that's your W, that's your first zigzag, 535, correction, 535. This is also labeled a W, X, and a Y. The thing here is this is also called a sharp WXY, a sharp correction. You expect a bigger downwards trend, or if you look at a WXY double zigzag to the upside, you want to see a very clear upwards channel, right? Which is not what we're seeing here. Anyway, this is not Perseo. This is this your chart? Oh yeah, here. Okay, so I would count things differently, personally, of course. Over here, 1, 2, possibly, but then 3, 4, 5. I probably end 5. Like you have 1, 2, this is your 3, this is your 4, then your 5 is all the way here. But then we have to think about the right look, and we have to think about time. Elliott Waves is not only related to price, but also to time. This wave 5 is very, very long in time compared to wave 1 and 3. Wave 5, if wave 1, 3 is extended, which is the case based on your wave 1 and 2. If wave 3 is extended, then wave 5 is most commonly around the 1-to-1 in time and price compared to wave 1. Or it has a 1.618 or a 0.618 relationship in time or price if it is not exactly the same as the one wave 1. So this wave 5 is incredibly long in time. So I would count this separately. So I would put this wave 5, and therefore your W then. But this wave 5, I'd probably put it here. And then either a 1, 2, and then you'll be looking for a 3, 4, and a continuation to the upside. or like an ABC like type of structure, like A is finished, B, and then you have a long C, which is possible. But so I would count it a bit differently. What was your question again? Because I'm just wave 4. Oh no, wait, it was SPX. Okay, yeah. So that's my thought. So I honestly, guys, I don't trade based on crypto. What is it? Capitalization, total market capitalization. I never use this, but this is just my. And look, if I really want to do an Elliott Wave count on this in detail, it takes like a lot of time. But this is just initially how I look at the chart. Right? There's a lot of overlap here as well. So is a diagonal a possibility, and a diagonal wave 1? Then you have a 5-3-5-3-5. But yeah, it looks quite similar to Bitcoin, really, actually. So yeah, there you go. Rusko Schnellberg. I think the actual chart of Bitcoin. Oh, before I go into chatting, of course, I will talk about the plans for YouTube after. Like after saying hi to Sander. Of course I already did now, but let's look here first. So Rusko, I think the actual chart of Bitcoin is with many problems for beginners. Elliott Wave counter for me, it's horrible counting. I'm thinking a really yeah. So good comment. Elliott Waves in general is difficult, and it's very difficult to see an easy chart because there is not really an easy chart. The books can have easy charts. Like, oh, it looks perfect. A perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the rules are respected. Wow, But in real life, doing Elliott Wave counting and getting probabilities for Elliott Wave scenarios is a lot more difficult because you have live market action. The rules are not always as respected. It's about which scenario has the most respected rules, which gets you the probabilities. But there's many different factors that can make it very difficult for people to count Bitcoin or any other chart, really. What I recommend, especially for beginning Elliott Wave traders, is first of all, check the 2 links. By the way, that's not affiliated. As you will see, it's public websites. Check the 2 links in the description. Those are 2 links that I use to study Elliott Waves. And I made notes. It's like, guys, it's like studying like for a major or a bachelor. I studied like a madman, notes, repeating and all that stuff, and then implementing while studying all the rules and stuff. Do that. Second, if you can, get the book, right? Elliott Wave Principle. It's the official Elliott Wave book from Frost and Prechter, which I think is insightful. And practice on higher time frames and then go down lower. Of course, you can immediately start on lower time frames, but I recommend starting on the higher ones first. And take it from there. Just implement, and watch YouTube videos like the ones I make, so you can compare your ideas with mine. Doesn't mean mine are correct, right? We all trade probabilities. I can also make mistakes, or a lower probability scenario plays out. But on average, I suppose, I have a higher Elliott Wave level than. I don't want to say most people, but I just have quite a high level of understanding of Elliott Waves, right? I've been using it for a long time, and you just you decide for yourself. You see the video, so you judge. But you can compare your ideas with what you see online, and it's not about being right or wrong. It's about practice. And then if you see another idea, put that idea from that person on YouTube, whatever channel you see, put that on your chart, and then go through the rules. So if someone draws a triangle, put that triangle on your chart, grab the websites and the theory, and see if that person can be correct. Does it fit the rules of a triangle and how it moves and the sub-degrees and the waves and the volume, right? And that's how you can learn yourself. Because no one knows what price is going to do. We are all in the game of probabilities. The man is back. Crypto Invest. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you around. There is a different on the Binance. Okay, I'll have a quick look. Find 5 in W, but can be in A. Okay, and there is Sander. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, I'm going to talk about YouTube after at least. Like YouTube plans, guys. I'm back from holiday. And there's some stuff I want to talk about. What is my Binance? That's Bybit. This is Coinbase, Bitstamp, Binance. Yeah, I mean, the difference, of course, is the wick. But I already explained, like, Coinbase here has a wick, which Binance doesn't have, and some other charts don't have as well. But other than that, the price action looks similar. I have some old TA here. I honestly have no clue. Well, actually, funny enough, this is actually something I want to talk about. Oh, I had no idea this on this chart here. Oh, interesting. Let's go back to my normal chart. So that has to do with the YouTube plan, which we're going to talk about now, while looking at the price action and putting on some technical analysis as well, so we can at least keep an eye on what's happening while I'm going and chat about what's the plan for YouTube. Where's my folder? Here. Sometimes the folders move to the upside. Oh, well, there you go. Great example. And then you have to position it at a different spot. And there you go. And now it's okay. Are there any naked point of controls? Not close. Okay. Cool. Guys, YouTube. So, and actually, let's get the chat back on, but I'm going to move the chat to my other screen. And then after my YouTube chat, I'll go back to the chat again, right? So I actually made few notes here. Right. So a few plans I like to talk about for the YouTube channel, and two other points as well. Drinking some vodka, as you can see. Joke, of course. First of all, as many of you know, there's quite an exciting thing coming soon. Wait, am I already going to talk about this, or am I just teasing you now? Yes, I'm going to say that at the end, because I don't like sounding salesy, and yeah, exactly. So that's something for the end. First of all, two, I suppose, things that I think are good to know for you. One, in the first 2 weeks of November, I have a lot of speaking events. So you will see less content, especially in the evening, because most of the speaking stuff is in the evening. And if I quickly look at my, and I just want to prepare you, right? So, because, you know, we're friends here, we're a community. So basically, I have some speaking events also, like next week. I have one, actually two. So it's busy times. Q4 is my busiest speaking time. First week of October, I have 3 gigs in the evening as well. Then it's quiet. Then, you know, I have some more time. But then from the end of October, and then the first 2 weeks of November, or actually the 6th of November to the 17th of November, I'm literally speaking every night. Life of a keynote speaker, I suppose. So, you know, just with your expectations of content, I'll make as much content as I can, but the evening videos might be difficult at that time. And I will marry in South Africa next year, March. I'll be in March for a full month. It will be a working holiday, more working than I did in the past 3 weeks. There will be more content, more videos, more streams. But I will be in South Africa because we marry there next year in March. So I'll be there from the early March to all the way at the end of March, because we attend some other weddings as well of friends of ours. And the last one is the 31st of March. So I'll be back again early April. So that's for your information. Another thing which I think is quite important is I have other businesses besides YouTube. And there is a business that's like in the startup phase. And I had a lot of thinking about that other business I have in the startup phase and YouTube. And, I do different things. And I had time to reflect on what I enjoy the most, where my passion is. And you will be happy to know, you already feel it coming, that if I look at how I speak the past months, where I put most of my time in, what I enjoy doing the most compared to the startup business, I love the YouTube. I love making the videos. I love the community. I love being busy with you guys. So I have decided to put that startup with a team of at least I'm the sole owner, but I'm talking with 2 other people for like over a year already to launch that startup business. But I don't know, like when I look at myself, YouTube is where I want to spend my time at the moment, right? That's what I say YouTube, but it's YouTube and trading. YouTube, trading, community, making content and all that stuff. So that means I will have more time for YouTube, community stuff, and you know, making videos and that sort of things, because I just simply enjoy it the most. So I will continue to be a keynote speaker. I'm not talking about speaking, right? Speaking is also one of the things I do. I will never give up speaking. I love that shit, right? So I'll continue to be a speaker globally, speaking at events across the world, just so you know. But there's another startup where I've been working on for a long time, and just if I look at how I talk, act, where my motivation is, how much time I put into both, I put so much more time in the YouTube stuff, right? So yeah, I just want to follow my feeling, and that's a decision that I've made, which I will let my potential partners in crime in the future know as well very soon. Actually tonight, but you heard it here first, funny enough. So I think that's nice to know. Third, thanks for the nice comment, everyone. Third, I will make, again, and you guys know I've been working on it, but I will make a full Elliott Wave masterclass video for YouTube. And, you know, I'm going to put some hurry in it as well. So, of course, I've been doing some stuff on I'm making it, I'm working on it, but I want to put more time into it. And that Elliott Wave masterclass video is going to cover all the different Elliott Wave scenarios, all the targets, trend-based extension targets, Fibonacci retracement targets. I will talk about Fibonacci time in that video. It's going to be a very long video covering all the aspects of all the scenarios that you have to know, which I think are relevant. So, of course, that includes all like the targets that I use as well, right? So the common target, rare target, all that stuff. So that's going to be a big video for you all. So that will be exciting once that one is online. Fourth, I will share my ATAS templates, and we'll make a short video on how to get these templates installed in your ATAS version. For the ones that don't know ATAS or ATAS, whatever you like to call it, ATAS is a program that you can download. It's mainly, or I only use it to find the daily naked point of controls and weekly naked, just point of controls in general. You can check my video on my channel about naked point of controls. If you write, or if you look, like click the icon at the top to search for videos, and then you click or you search on naked, and you'll find that video where I go over how to find point of controls. And one of the ways to find them is using ATAS, and that's what I use myself. There's many other ways. You can also just use trading views, and there's indicators that can help you, but I like ATAS. So I will share my templates for you. Everyone, it's public, it will be in Discord, and I'll make a video as well, just so you know how to install them, right? And then finally, are you doing TPO? I mean, technically, like, it is a TPO chart. If you, like, the naked point of control are TPO charts. So you have the time naked point of control and the naked point of daily, like, volume point of control. But I don't use anything else but the two things I sometimes show in my live streams. Like the two templates I use. So, and then lastly, which I think is most exciting for the serious traders, is this. And you already feel it coming. Probably. Do you see it? Yes. Diamond. Now, look. We have bronze, which is, I have to renew my video for the membership stuff. We have silver, gold, diamond, and bronze is just like support, I suppose. And then silver is the updates, gold is all the live streams and the education, and stuff. All stuff about Elliott Waves and Fib time and everything is already covered for gold. Oh, sorry, Sander, I still have to actually answer your question here, but then, people can go to the playlist and stuff and have fun. So yeah, this is gold, but then we have a diamond, and you can already see based on the titles what's going to be covered. Now, one thing I think is very important. I do not, like, it's not a signal group, right? You can go somewhere else if you want to have signals, but not learn. Yes, setups will be shared. Live trading will happen. But these two folders, strategy and downloads, are going to be your best friends. Strategy is all about learning my main strategy. I love my strategy. I have lots of statistics, which I will show you in the new member video I'm about to make. It's the one I've been using for a long time. It has, like, it's very strict entry requirement rules, what I'm looking for. It's mega clear, and I will teach it, and that's important. You want to try and understand why trades are taken and not just copy stuff, because in the end, I'm not responsible for your way of trading, right? This is an educational source. This is educational. You will learn my way of trading. I'll share, like, different things. One pages I use with entry requirements, my Excel sheet for journaling, and more, right? And a lot more, and live trading and stuff. So just so you know, that is coming. I still have to prepare some little things, but it is coming. So yeah. And that, of course, takes time, which, again, is in confluence, I suppose, with my decision to focus more on YouTube, to bring you the best I can, to help you in trading. So, and then actually, finally, I have been thinking, guys, this is a thought, right? This is not a fact. This is a thought. I have been thinking about potentially, in the future, I don't know if it's near future or later future, making a second channel where I will show my trades, and, like, I record. So it's not live trading. It's like after the trades have happened, and or like once a week at the end of the week, what I've done in the past week. But I then record when I enter a trade, or what I don't go over my whole strategy and what I see, but just like actually entering a trade management, psychology, and just, like, let's say put $1,000 in an account and see where we can get it to, right? It can be a fun challenge, or doing some prop firm challenges and I don't know what. So, and I've actually been inspired to do that by The Imperfect Trader, which is a channel I can recommend, which is, if we go to, this is, by the way, Jared Stendler. He is the author of one of the best books on trading ever, which is The Mental Game of Trading. But if we quickly go to the let me just go here. Oh, YouTube. Whoa, so clickbait. Look at this live stream. The Imperfect Trader. Look, this is a great guy. His English might not be on top notch, but he puts so much effort in subtitling his videos, and I really enjoy looking what he does. So I've got inspired by what he shows on his channel and how he goes over it, and I was like, I like it. I like the transparency. I like how he approaches certain things. I was like, I can do the same but different. Of course, it's not a straight copy, but I can do the same but different, and also show different things of my actual trading, right? Which can be either inspiring, it can be educational. We can go more in depth into the actual trades, trading psychology, how my head works when I see certain moves, if I'm in drawdown, if I'm in profit. We can follow the, let's say $1,000 account, see where it goes. We might go down to 500, right? We might have a 50% loss, but we might also go to 10K. Who knows, right? It can be interesting to follow, like, how things go. But this is just an idea. So, yeah, just something I like to put in the world, plant a seed, I suppose, and see where that leads us. No? So these are the different updates regarding YouTube. So I hope you liked these updates. So in short, just to summarize, I have some speaking events, especially October, like first week of first week or second week of October is busy, and then the first or the second and third week of November are busy, speaking wise. So a little bit less content. I mean, I will do the morning updates and the afternoon updates, but the evenings might be a bit more difficult. And in March, I'll marry and I'll be gone for a month, but it's a working holiday. Of course, not like during my marriage, but afterwards I'll be still updating content. But South Africa, load shedding, no electricity, you know, it won't be as regular, but just so you know, March next year, again, will be like a little bit of a mixed period. Then we have giving up my other startup business to focus more on YouTube, because I really enjoy this stuff, and that's thanks to all of you. I love making the videos, love the engagement in the community. You know, I really enjoy. I really like. It's difficult to really get the message over through a webcam and a screen, I suppose. Another idea I have is doing an offline event, by the way, now that it pops in my mind. Actually, this idea was PM'd to me on Discord by someone that said, yo, you know, are you planning an offline event? Because I'd love to come. I'm from the UK, but I'll fly over to the Netherlands to attend your event. And I was like, wow. You know, and he was like, yeah, I would love to learn with like-minded people. I like to learn. Can you teach Elliott Waves, and can you talk more about how you approach it and your story? And I was like, yeah, that's actually interesting. You know, I can host something. So that's something that I have in my mind as well. But yeah, giving up more like the other starting business for YouTube. Atlas templates will be shared. I'll make a video. Full Elliott Wave masterclass is something I'll be working on, and the Diamond membership is something I'm working on, planning to launch it before the end of the month or just after. I need to make some videos still. So that's that. Well done, Koenz. See you around later. Thanks, John. Thanks, appreciate it. And now prize here moving up. That's nice. So let's have a look what you guys have been writing. Everything, and then I'll quickly go over some pictures and videos from my holiday, and then we'll end the stream as I like to go to the gym with my fiance. Okay, here we were. Sander, what do you think about my plan on Discord? It's best to tag me. I don't see another tag. Davey. I don't have another tag here. Not in the Silver Lounge. It's difficult to know. Is this you? Today at 1925. Yeah, that's probably, I suppose, it's probably you. Okay. I see. Okay, shortly, right? Because I can't do, it's not a feedback stream per se. But I do love to give feedback. So over here, you're looking for an ABC, which means in this wave A. Oh, wait, you're talking about a flat here. Okay, so A, B, C. Because B is above the origin of A, which immediately, you go into flat territory. So then your A can be a three-wave structure, or has to be a three-wave structure. Now for my corrective counts, I have the end of a structure here, this low, not this one here, but this one actually. This can be a W, this can be an X, and then a Y, W, X, Y in an A, and then you count this as a W. So A can be a three-wave structure, right? That's possible. Then you have this impulse, horizontal structure, and another impulse. You count it a W, meaning you're looking for a three-wave structure. It has to be a zigzag, really, because of this move up. I don't really, and I think that's like something also in the group, like with some, proper good counters, something we struggle with is this range and this move up. Because can this be a zigzag in an ABC? Yes, it can, but this C is very, very short. Very short, and it's an expanding structure, which is an expanding wave C. Diagonal is very rare as well. So it's two very rare things in a potential three-wave structure here for a W. So, probability-wise makes it a bit difficult. Now, X can be a zigzag, yes, and then you're looking for Y, where in Y you're again looking for this to be a flat pattern. And then 3-wave zigzag A, you're looking for this to be an A, B, C, and then eventually a wave C to the upside. Oh wait, and this wave C is then only your B. Yeah, so it's not a scenario. So based on this W, how can I explain this best? Because I want to talk about time as well, right? So your wide line here is your bigger time frame count in an ABC, I'm pretty sure, or a 1, 2, 3, something like that. This move, if we're still looking for us, like over here, purple B, purple C, finish Y, and therefore B, and then another C down, it's going to take very, very long, right? We're going to reach at least a 2 fib time of the move up from 15.4K to 31K. Lowest probabilities for a 2, higher probabilities for a B, if that really happens, if we really extend longer than 2 or 3 fib time. But I would like to see some of the sub-degree counts and how you like the targets. So over here, this wave A, for example, this can be the low of A, yes, but also this one, right? This low over here, and then a zigzag A, there you have a flat over here, a move up, and then you're going to be looking for a move down. Your wave W can also be the end of a potential wave 5, which on the high time frame for me is it's so far an alternative. But if this becomes a WXY to the downside in a WX and then more downside in Y, probabilities increase. This is the high of 5. But this being a 3-wave, I don't really like this being a 3-wave. Look, there's nothing wrong with the X, right? There's nothing wrong with the Y. W is then a zigzag, Y is a flat. Your bigger pattern is an ABC flat, which is a flat in a wave 2 is less common. This is more like a regular flat as it looks like. So, but it's, yeah. Look, certain things are possible, but it's not the highest probability scenario from an Elliott Wave point of view to go all the way back up. Like first take the lows, then go all the way back up, and then go down again. It would like fuck around with many people though. So that would be interesting from a trading psychology point of view. But yeah. So yeah, it's something. Look, it's something I would like keep in mind. But based on the price action we have at the moment, it's very hypothetical, right? So I would prefer, and that's why also at the moment, you don't see me having a count here in my videos because it's not relevant. More relevant for me is the price action from the high down. That is for me relevant. The stuff here hiervoor, that's Dutch. Everything before the high of this W here, for me, at the moment, is not relevant. It will come. It will clarify itself based on the action we get here. So this can be a WXY. We have then a zigzag here, then X, and then eventually a Y. Because if we want to see upside, we have to look at this range. This range will tell us if price will bounce up. So I would personally focus more on local structures and everything from this high down. And based on what we see here, it might potentially lead in an ABC flat, but then you have an A over here, then you have B being a flat, and then C. And there's actually a rule, funny enough, that we spoke about in Discord, now that I remember it. In Discord, we spoke about, can you have a flat, wave B, in a flat itself? So wave B in a flat is a flat. Officially, based on the newest rules of Elliott Waves, from Elliott Wave International, the company behind it, you cannot. There is a very slim chance, based on statistics that are recorded, that it can happen. It's just very low probability. So I wouldn't then look for another B down and then another C up, because then you have an A here in 5, a 3-wave B, and a C down. So then you have wave B a flat in a bigger flat. So I wouldn't, so, you know, it's all probabilities, but I wouldn't be looking at this scenario, right? So yeah, there you go. Let me quickly go over my holiday stuff as well. Nederlands accentje. Yeah. There we go. The Netherlands Koala Gamer. Dat is indeed a Nederlands accentje. Welkom, kerel. Welkom. It's indeed a little Dutch accent. I have an electronic copy. If anyone wants a free copy of The Principle, well, there you go. That's nice as well. Mark Dutch knows everyone. Like this dude, eh? Look at that. Even Koala Gamer as well. Contrarian, the stock... okay, so this is interesting for people that want to count stock. The stock Arcelor, Mittal, New York, and what nice. I don't know it. I've never counted it, never seen the chart. But hey, Contrarian, thanks for sharing. Might be interesting for people that like to count some charts. Show me how you identify a WXY. A WXY is a 333 combination, so it's a 333. W is 3 waves, X is 3 waves, Y is 3 waves. You can only think about a WXY combination when the first move is a 3-wave structure. So if you get a confirmed 3-wave move, which basically means if you get a 3-wave move and instead of continuation in a potential 3-4-5, you get a move down again below the 0.5 Fibonacci taken from this low to this high, then this is an invalidated wave 4, and you can label this as either a wave W, this high over here is then a W, or an A. And then depending on the price action you get to the downside, it's going to be a wave X or it's going to be a wave B, which depends on how deep price retraces. If it retraces at least 90% of a 3-wave move, we can think about flats. If not, we think about a WXY in that particular scenario. Is the book in German? I don't know. I read the English version. You might have to Google for that one. Oh, sorry. I don't know. YouTube has ads in the stream. I don't know when they come. I don't activate them. I'm not surprised. Flying out the whole Discord to South Africa for the wedding. That would be something, eh? Flying everyone in. Holy moly. That would be cool, though. Yeah, so I answered that now. Great news. Thanks, man. Future, 5 years. By the way, Randlelwa, welcome. Thanks for hopping in and listening while I'm live. I appreciate you. Randlelwa is also like one of the classics already, man, in the community. In 5 years, if you carry this on, you'll be as big as a Koenz is today. Who's Koenz? Look, I don't really watch too many other YouTubers. What are we talking about? Oh, wait, Benjamin Koenz. Okay, now I know. Yeah, if you said Benjamin, I knew. So, yeah, I watched videos of him in the past. I don't follow him anymore, but I think like 1.5, 2 years ago, I sometimes like to watch a video because he's so analytical. He's like a researcher almost in how he brings his content. But yeah, I mean, 787K subscribers. Absolutely ridiculous. That's amazing. I mean, he's doing a great job, eh? He's a great guy. You can check him out as well, everyone. But yeah, I rarely watch other videos. I only a very, very select few. And I watched him in the past. I like his analytical, like, research approach. I have I studied biomedical sciences, and he has like these like indicators and stuff that he's developed himself, and he has these stats and stuff. I don't know. It's interesting. Matter of fact, you're getting there. I mean, I'm at like almost 4K. I'm not disregarding the number. I don't really look at the amount of subs. I appreciate every single one of you, but we're not there yet at almost 800K. Wow. But hey, everyone starts somewhere, and you know, I just enjoy making content. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll see where it ends up. Yeah, I'm not really looking at the numbers. I just want to provide you with the best scenarios and the best stuff I can give you. Thanks, Sander. I need to know though, for non-video editing laptop, what do you use? Non-video, I mean, my laptop is a Predator Triton 500 that I received when I was a professional gamer. So my sponsor was Acer. I played for Team Acer. So yeah, all the stuff I have here, my whole setup is Acer Predator. The TPOs I answered. Let me get you in contact with some other crypto tubers. Yeah, mate, I appreciate, thanks, first of all. Of course, you don't have to, but hey, I appreciate the proactive behavior. And Mark Dutch is you already connected me with Andy. We speak to each other on Telegram. Thanks so much. So I'd be happy to get in touch with some others. It's nice to be able to, I suppose, a network with other YouTubers and learn from them as well, and share information, and who knows where it leads to. The market humbles. Yes, it does. See you around later. I already said that. Bye-bye. 58 likes. Smash the likes button. Thanks, man. Great work, Koenz. Hope you managed to catch the right waves. I hope so too. I'm going back into trading now. Not I came back. Of course, I had 2 days of events, so I haven't traded yet. But I want to start again on Monday. Sunder, diamond for sure. Thanks, man. You haven't 100. So it will be more high level, because it will take by far the most time, and it has all the info that I do and use myself. Everything will be shared on how I trade, the strategy, the documents, one pages, literally checklists for when to enter target. And so it's years of pain, losses, and efforts are into all the content and my strat. So Ben TV, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. LJ also here, late for the party. Ben TV, LJ, good to see you around. Thanks for being here, and good to see you back as well. I sent you my daily Bitcoin. Can you open this Friday feedback gold? I will tomorrow. So I will analyze your chart tomorrow, because I have to go to the gym. But first, very short on my holiday. And then we go gymming, right? So 60 people here that are going to see a few pictures. So this is my fiance, by the way. But we were just a few, as you can see. I only have a few little things and some videos. We've done so much, so I can't really talk about anything. I just quickly send some stuff to myself on WhatsApp, so I can show it to you. So we were this is Canal Walk in Cape Town, great place. We've been shopping here as well, my fiance and myself. Check out some of the stuff here. This was at the waterfront in Cape Town. It's a beautiful area where I can definitely recommend you guys visit if you are in Cape Town. It's like the waterfront, I suppose, is the beating heart of Cape Town. That's where most people chill, drink, enjoy the weather, go for boat tours, shop. There's a big wheel and all this stuff, but this is just, South African sunset. Table Mountain, we stayed, or the family of my fiance stays in Blouberg, which is Parklands area. And this is we are close to the beach. So we were running next to the beach, my fiance, her dad, and her brother. And we went for a run. And this is one of the pictures I took here. Eventually went to the smallest coffee shop in Cape Town, which is very, very small. We did a lot of wedding stuff because, we marry in South Africa next year at a wine farm. And the sun is on. Let me turn that off. And so we will marry at a wine farm next year in March. And our family... so we booked a whole... So this is one of the villas. We booked a whole... how can I say this? It's not an apartment complex, like a holiday, where you would go on holiday. Sorry, Ash? Okay, an estate. So we basically booked a whole estate for our family to stay. Many villas, guest houses, and this is one of those villas that I show you here in this video. Me walking around, and so it's going to be a great time for family to stay over. But my family hasn't yet met Ashley's family, my fiance, other side of the world. So it will be the first time they meet. So it's nice to all be together. We booked the whole thing, so it's just us, and that's nice because then the families can really get in touch with one another and learn, get to know each other as well. Being here for a couple of days when the wedding is happening. It was a rainy day, but there is the ocean, basically. You're looking out on the ocean. This was a wine farm that we visited. Many wine farms in and around Cape Town. Great wine as well. I don't drink too much wine, really, honestly. I'm not really into wine and beer and all that stuff, but the wine farms are amazing. And this was one of them. Definitely recommend. Very short video, I know. Played some games with family as well. I actually put on the last block here before it fell. 31 levels. Tell me your record. We went 31 levels high, and this was where we had dinner at the mom of Ashley, and her mom invited some friends over, and we played Jenga. A great game. And then finally here, this was the wedding location of friends of Ashley. It was a glamping experience, which is glamorous camping, and you sleep in like tents. And the wedding, the ceremony was at another place, but this was the party and dinner area over here. They had some nice lights and everything, and yeah, it was great. Very cold, very cold. So in a nutshell, very, very short. You know, that's a bit of an experience. I didn't send too many pictures to myself as I wanted to have the stream up and running. But in general, we went shopping. A lot of time with family and friends because, you know, my fiance doesn't see them for like a whole year. So most of the time we're with family and friends, and we chill together, eat together, dinner together. And then, you know, we already hiked Table Mountain and Lion's Head in the past and surfing, and it's cold. It's winter there. So it's very cold for surfing and ocean activities. But we did go running. We went to wine farms, right? We hiked in the city. We canoe walk shopping, wedding stuff. We went to our venue. We spoke to the florist. We spoke to the person doing the cutlery and stuff, and, you know, trying to organize everything. So, yeah, it was a great time. 3.5 weeks flies by, honestly. So, yeah, it will be a great day for sure. Like the wedding that we attended in South Africa was amazing, from our friends, and yeah, ours will be amazing too. So I look forward to it. I live in Blouberg and save. Man, you come with this now, Peter. Look at that. I'm back in the Netherlands. So in March, I'm back in Blouberg. Please hit me up. We can go surf. Because I love surfing. Now, I'm probably not as good as you because I don't have as many hours. You know, I can like. I probably fall more than anything else, but you know, last time I did surfing, I did manage to catch some nice waves at least. But I'm definitely far from a pro. But hey, I can learn from you. So hit me up in March. In March, I'll be in Cape Town again, sleeping in Blouberg area. Yeah, that would be actually be really cool to meet some community members. How old are you? I'm becoming 31 on Sunday, because Sunday is my birthday, the 24th of September, in 3 days. And then I'll be 31. Thanks, Risco. What about kite surfing? I've actually never done it before, but hey, I'd be happy to try it. I love it. I love doing sports. So everyone, I gotta go. The gym is calling me and my fiance. First time gymming again after the holiday. We did some sports, I suppose, but you know, there's a lot going on, so I really look forward to getting back to the gym. For everyone that wants to see the analysis, go to the beginning of the stream, because that's where I covered my thoughts about the local price section, my expectations on also the low time frame, meaning the higher time frame. This is micro, low time frame, medium time frame. I covered it all. I don't know, after like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I think like 15, after 10-15 minutes, I went into the analysis. So make sure to check it out. And yeah, time to move to the gym and do some sports. And then tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., you'll have an update from the one and only on YouTube. So that will be a normal video update, right? So yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. CQ, thanks as well. Nice to see some vacation pictures. Yeah, I like to share. I shared a lot on my Instagram story, and I keep doing so. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing, I showed so much more on my Instagram story. Link is in the description if you want to follow what I do in my life outside of trading. But yeah, I shared a lot on Instagram story, and I will upload some pics, I think, as like regular posts. But anyway, thanks everyone. I appreciate you being here. Hope you like this stream, and yeah, I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for another update. Thanks for watching, and we'll speak to each other soon again. Have a good night, morning, evening, wherever you live in the world. Bye bye.